All right, guys, so I'm out here today and I've got some projects going, some stove covers I've been working on and the stain on the flag. And I'm trying to get my game plan together because over the next few months, I got a lot of stuff I want to get done here around the shack. And you'll notice that right now, I'm on the hill that is just north of where my shop is. This is kind of on towards the middle of my property, up the hill a little ways. And this is where I kind of think I'm going to end up building my new shop, or hopefully, or a shop, a lean-to, a something. I need more storage space. So I'm up here. I just want to share with you guys what I'm hoping to do for the future, as well as maybe some improvements I'm going to do short term. There's definitely lots of cleaning up and some things that need to be addressed that I've been just putting off because I stay so busy with everything. So let's check it out, and I'll show you what my plans are tentatively. All right, so some of you may not know, but we've got around 7 to 8 acres here. If you include the county right-of-way that's down there. There's the shack. That's my current shop. I use it a lot, okay? This area up here above it is more or less just where the chickens live, the chicken pen. And then, of course, I've got some trailers and stuff like that stored over there. Some garbage, junk that needs to be hauled off, which I plan on getting to as soon as I can get everything else caught up. But it's right here at Christmas Rush, so I'm not going to lie, some of that stuff, it may still be there in the spring. But as you move back that way, you can see, I don't know if you can see it in the video or not, but on back over the hill there, that's where my sawmill's at. And I really enjoyed sawmilling back when I got the thing. Man, I have built so much stuff and created lots of things, sold plenty of wood, sharpened blades. I was making some pretty decent hobby money off of that thing. But we've got to figure out what its future is here at the shack and the house, so to speak. So let's walk up there. I'm gonna give you a little tour of between here and the sawmill, and then we'll talk about, you know, what the plans are for the sawmill. So as you can see, the chicken pen's a little grown up, but that's on purpose because this is kind of a crappy looking chicken pen. It's at that point to where it either needs to be tore down and rebuilt, or it needs to just go away. One of the two. I still have a few chickens. They're getting really old, and you know, they don't really lay any eggs anymore, so they're not really doing a whole lot for us. They are kind of friendly for the most part. They're not mean or anything. But yeah, this pen, I threw this together years ago, guys, and it's in disrepair. But I just can't decide if I want to spend the money building another one somewhere else, or just, you know, just get out of the chicken business and donate my few chickens to one of my farmer friends. You know, maybe Cog Hill or Chestnut or somebody that, you know, already has chickens. There's my old feed shed. Little known story, that shed right there, my mom, that was a housewarming gift from my mom back 30 years ago or so, 30 something years ago, when I got my first little single wide trailer. I bought the floor. I think my mom paid for the little storage building. That thing's, it's seen better days, but it still keeps the feed and everything dry. So that's where we keep our feed and stuff. And then just garbage. Overlook the garbage, guys. Got our redneck showing there. But that's just some random stuff that ended up there and hasn't got moved. And here's my trailers that haven't gotten used as much lately as they probably need to be. That's the log trailer that I built from my sawmill. Haven't picked up any logs lately. It's funny, the things that you will quit doing after you've had your first back surgery. Because I'm scared that I'm going to end up having to have my third back surgery. So as you go up through here, you can see there was a lot of milling activities going on. A lot of these logs are now rotting or decaying. Some of the ones that aren't are like there's some monkey pine or Chinese fir over there that looks like it did the day I cut it. And then you got some poplar right here that is falling apart. So, you know, I got to do some cleanup up here, get the tractor up here. That's a cypress. That thing will lay there for 50, 60 years and look just like that. So There's also a bunch of cedar over here. It'll hold up really well, so that's not going to go anywhere. But this is pine. That's going to be one heck of a bonfire, because I'm just going to burn that stuff off slowly because it's ruined. Then I've got lots more cedar up here, and all of that should be mostly good. There's some of it that you can see has got those big holes and stuff in it. Cedar is notorious for, you know, having those little rotten spots or cavitations inside it. But yeah, this is got to be cleaned up. And there's probably a snake in there somewhere. I mean, I'm no, you know, expert on the matter, but I'm pretty sure there's one in there somewhere at this time of the year. And of course, the illustrious scrap iron pile. That is 25 years worth of accumulated scrap iron. Actually, it's probably not 25 years. I have hauled it off before, but it's been a long time. And guys, this hurts my heart a little bit. My sawmill has not been used in quite a while. I did come up here the other day and pull some weeds and stuff. It's still in, you know, as far as I know, it's still in decent shape. But there's lots of spider webs, probably some bird nests, maybe even a snake or two. And I've got all kinds of tools and stuff up here. I really need to get up here and get back to work with this thing. But this sawmilling is definitely a fall to winter activity. You'll have much better luck in fall to winter when there's no bugs and snakes and it's not as hot. But you can see this whole building. All the wood on this building, except for those recycled power poles on the corners there, the legs, this whole building I cut by myself single-handedly on this sawmill when I first started doing this stuff. And I also built this building single-handedly, which now that I'm thinking about it, it's right about the time my back started bothering me. Y'all think that's a coincidence that I had to have back surgery after putting all of these green 2x6s and 2x8s up here and holding them in place and all that? Yeah, it's probably not a coincidence. But yeah, you can see there's been an armadillo or something up here rooting around everywhere. Like the armadillos will dig into this sawdust and find grubs and stuff that feed on it, and so they keep it tilled up. So if you need some, you know, if I need a little bit of sawdust for a flower bed, it's a good place to get it. But yeah, you can see I got blades up here that some of these are sharp, some of these need to be sharpened. This is well, if I can get my camera to go to it, it's my blade sharpener right here. Yep, bird nest built in that guy. So we're gonna have to evict the bird this winter, because I do plan on, hopefully this winter I can get up here and get to using the mill a little bit. It's kind of looking like a ghost town up here. But now that I got more time, once I get through getting caught up and get through with the winter Christmas rush, maybe I can get up here and use this thing a little bit. If nothing else, maybe I can get one of my buddies to come over and help me, because I do want to be mindful and be careful with my back. So that's, you know, if I can't do it without hurting my back, I just won't do it. So yeah, but we're going to rejuvenate this thing hopefully in 2026 coming up. All right, there comes Biscuit. What up, Biscuit? But yeah, I'm gonna turn the camera around and kind of show you guys where we are in relations to the house. And I'll walk you up to the top of the hill and show you some of my other stuff that I kind of have planned moving forward. All right, so we're here at the intersection. Back down that way, you can see there's my little yard sweeper, which I got to get out here in the next few days. There's the shack and the boat and everything. And of course the house is over there. My property is not flat, guys. I live on a massive prehistoric sandbar with lots of gravel and stuff like that. So yeah, so we're about halfway from the flat area where the house is. So we'll ease up this way, but I'll bring you guys along with me. Just don't make fun of me if I'm huffing and puffing as we climb this hill. There's a good, I would say it's probably a good, probably 30% grade. And of course we all know that I'm 50 years old, slightly overweight, knee surgery, a couple back surgeries. So not exactly the SWAT puppy I once was. Let's put it that way. So, because back in the day, I would eat stuff like this for lunch. And now it's like, oh my gosh, will we ever make it to the top of the hill? But I have vowed to try to at least maintain a little bit of a level of fitness as I can. Whew. As I say that, I feel the burn, baby. But yeah, my goal today, I actually was going to walk this hill today. My goal is to not stop until I get to the top of the hill, which, as you can see, is a big hill. Whew. Ooh, that's some burn in them legs right there, guys. Some burn. All right, so for those of you worried about me, I did get it on up there, but technically I'm still not in cardiac range. So there we are. 128 is coming back down now. Whew, that was a walk, guys. But I got some trees I got to get cleaned up. Look at Biscuit. He ain't even breathing hard. Biscuit, you're a terrible guy. Terrible. But I got some cleanup I got to do. I did come up here the other day with the tractor and did some bush hogging. But I got to do more. And there's my observation tower. I haven't fired a shot from up there in 5 or 6 years, so I just call it an observation tower. It's not a shooting house because I hardly ever shoot. So there we are. I've got quite the collection of does that come over here and hang out by this feeder right here. And a lot of times I just take their pictures. That's all I do. I take their pictures and then I come up here and sit and watch them. But I do need to get me some corn. I haven't charged everything up for this year yet. So, but anyway, this is the back of the property here. I've actually considered putting a shop up here, but then where would I watch deer from? That tree line, just inside that tree line, is my property line, and it goes back down that way towards the cow pasture. But like I said, plenty of land for what I need. I'm not a big time farmer or anything like that, so you know, anything over 4 or 5 acres to me is it's a good little spot. So let's get back down to the shop after our exercise. Oh well, I'll give you guys a look at the hill this way. I'm very comfortable in my out of shapeness. Y'all can hear me panting and breathing. Maybe it went too loud. But at night from up here without all the trees, you can see, you could probably see G&G Farms that way. And if you went back that way, you can see some of my other friends. So yeah, it's a big hill back here. This gravel, pine straw, leaf stuff on the ground is not ideal for crocs. So you have to be careful. Make sure you got your footing good too, because if not, things happen. Like bad things can happen. You can slide and fall and have to have your knee fixed. So been there, done that. Got a t-shirt. So that's another little path that goes down that way towards the other beehive. It's done in there, and that's where the kids' swing set and everything is. Well, they don't use it anymore, but at one time it was my kids' swing set. So this is an old fire break that's been here for I don't know how long, but when I got the property shortly afterwards, we turned it into a little road. You definitely required to have 4-wheel drive to get a vehicle up here, but you can. So yeah, down there is the top of the sawmill is back that way, and you can barely see the roof through those trees, and I'm trying to be careful not slide on these rocks. See what I mean about these rocks, guys? If I was growing up here when I was a kid playing with slingshot, I would have loved it, because it was hard to find rocks and gravel like this where I lived. But not here. See, here's the so there's the house right there. We're about even, right? My feet are probably even with the top of the house right here. So there's a lot of grade when it comes to my little piece of property here. But the good news is the wind's never really bad here with us, and so far we've had 2 or 3 tornadoes come this way that I don't know if the hill kind of forced them around us because of the way the air pulls across this hill or what, but they've went up and around us twice that we know of. So we're praying that that continues. But anyway, let's get back down to the shop. All right, I know what you're thinking. Clack, man, it's almost October. Why are you sweating? Because it's Alabama. And October is just like the end of summer here. It's not fall. We skip fall completely. We go from summer to winter around here. But yeah, that's where we just came from, up there, up that hill. So lots of stuff to do. The yard work's coming along pretty good. Brandy and I both want to redo that deck back there. It's got some age on it. So lots of projects, lots of things coming. Brandy's been keeping me busy with other stuff as well. But yeah, it's peaceful out here, guys, during the day. I never knew that. I was always either at work or back when I worked night shift, I was asleep. But it's very peaceful. But it's very hot too. So I'm gonna go back in the shop, do some shop work. How about that? So I just want to give you guys an update of where we're at with retirement, and I want to get out for a little walk, get out of the shop, get out of the house. I'm adjusting slowly to being retired, not having anywhere to go. Eating sandwiches every day. So, you know, the good life, as some might call it, and others may not. But anyway, guys, check out all the other videos. I'm trying to get this channel monetized. Still needing a lot of watch hours. So if I got a little long-winded, I'm sorry, but man on a mission here. So go binge watch some content. Help me get to that 4,000 hours. But nothing else, guys. Until next time, be safe. And I lost Biscuit, but be safe. Have a good day.